Okay, this is a video lesson on magnetic south. One thing that you'll notice in this song is that it's mostly in the second position. So that's your second finger or first finger at the second fret. So the song starts with an A, which because we're in second position, we're going to play with our first finger. So we have something that sounds like this. An A, then an open D, played with the thumb, D, second finger, thumb, C sharp, first finger, then two Ds. That bar will sound like this. A, thumb, D, thumb, C sharp, thumb, thumb. Next bar, we have a G in the bass, played with your thumb, and an open B, which I'd like you to play with your middle finger. These are played together, C sharp, B, A, and then thumb in the bass is down to an A. We have the first bar again, A, D, C sharp, D, D. And a similar pattern to the second bar. We've got a thumb playing the G again and open B. This time moving on to C sharp, which hammers on to the D. And then two E's. And two low A's. Moving on to the next bar, we have a D and back to our low Ds with the thumb. D, low D, open E, D, F sharp, and moving on to the next bar, we have an open G played with our thumb and an F sharp played with your first finger in the treble. These are played together. Second finger goes up to G, and then an open E. Two low A's. The last two bars of the second line sound like this. Okay. Moving on to the third line, we have a D played with your second finger, and we're back to low Ds in the thumb. G, thumb, open E, thumb, F sharp, thumb, A, that's at your 5th fret on your E string, and a low D. That bar sounds like this. You'll notice it's got a big crescendo through it, so the way to make your crescendos bigger is to start a little quieter. And then we have a G again in the bass, played with your thumb, and an F sharp. So we have G and F sharp together, going down to D on the second string, and an open E. I'll let you hear these three notes. And then we have this little scale passage in the bass that starts with open Ds, two C sharps, that's 4th fret on your A string, played with your 3rd finger. And then the quavers are B, 2nd fret A string, G, 3rd fret E string, open A, F sharp, G, open A, and two open Ds. So that little run of notes will sound like this. D, D, For the next bit, you might need to see my right hand, so I'll play it up here. Your right hand's gonna slap the strings like this, and make sure your left hand is also covering the strings, otherwise you might get something that sounds like this, which is rubbish. You want this. Nice percussive sound. And then we have a D major. Finger 1 on A, finger 3 on the D, finger 2 on F sharp. Pretty standard shape. Now, the right hand technique for this bar is to put your thumb on the A string. That will stop it ringing if you hit it accidentally. And your fingers, you're going to use the backs of your nails to strum the strings. Try that a few times. And now try going back the way. Now try switching between the two. That's a technique you'll need for this bar. Okay, so there's two shapes you need to know for this. It's your D, and the second one is, well, a bit like an A, but with a D in the bass. That's going to be played with an open D, first finger on A, second finger on C sharp, and your open E. And the rhythm is this. Give that a couple of tries. That's quite a quick change at the end there. That'll take a little bit of practice. And after that bar, we have this lovely descending pattern of open B, open G, A, F sharp, open G, E, F sharp, D. And for your right hand here, I'd recommend standard practice of keeping your fingers for the treble strings and thumb for the bass. And we have our chords again. And something similar to the last little run, but with a few notes added on to the end. The descending passage is open B, open G, first finger on A, second fret, F sharp, 4th fret on your D string, open G, E, second fret, F sharp, open D, then a B, C, to take us back into the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars we've already covered. So I'm going to skip to the very last 2 bars now. That's back to a D shape and this weird strumming pattern. Now you'll notice the last chord of the second last bar isn't tied over this time. It goes to a G chord, but rather than a full G chord, this time we're just going to put a pinky onto the high G. So we have an open D, open G, open B, and a G on top. And then that resolves back to our D chord. So that covers all the left hand fingerings. There's lots of things you need to pay attention to in this song. For example, right hand